Dual credit, how to sign up. What is dual credit? In the description below this video on YouTube, there's a link to this video that tells you what's involved with dual credit. Basic idea is you're getting high school and college credit at the same time, and if you're taking it on campus with us, it is free. It's a wonderful opportunity. Whether you have taken dual credit before or not, we'd welcome you, and we need you to be in this Google Classroom right here, and this is the code for that classroom. Whether you've taken it before or not, you're interested, join this Google Classroom. And then also in the description below this YouTube video is a link to a form that looks like this. And in that form is a hyperlinked document with lots of directions, and most of this video is going to run you through those directions. Now, if you've already taken dual credit, you still need to fill out this form, be in that Google Classroom. If you haven't, you need to do those two things. If you've never taken it, part of filling out this form is following these directions in this hyperlink. Either way, you get that filled out. There's still more for you to do. Click yes and submit. Now, if you haven't taken dual credit before, you need to make sure that you're doing these steps. And if you have, still follow up with Ms. Upton, and in room 105 in the senior area, the glass area, that's where you ask questions, make sure your paperwork's all done, follow up with them. But if you haven't done this before at all, go to dallascollege.edu. You can still go to there, ask questions though. Go to online tools, go to eConnect, go to future students in the orange right here. Here, if you get your application started and you need to get back to it at some point, just follow those last few steps and go to your application summary right here, and you'll log in there. If you're just starting, then hit apply for admissions. So we're going to start apply for admissions. You're going to pick high school student dual credit. After you scroll down, you'll get a page like this. Keep scrolling. Make sure that you use your legal name in Skyward. So what does Skyward have? Is that your legal name? Make sure it is. Line those things up. If anything has an asterisk, make sure that you're filling it out. Otherwise, the form will not accept it. It won't let you move forward. There's some things that don't have an asterisk that still will be very helpful for you, like put in a cell phone, hopefully yours, so you can quickly respond back and forth as questions may come up. Put in an email that you actually check, because you're going to need to use this for different things. Pick I currently live in Texas. Pick dual credit concurrent. Your username that you're picking here is only for this app, but you still want to keep it in a safe place because this application tends to log you out several times, so you're going to need that username. Put it in a safe place. The same with your password. It's a minimum of 12 characters. It's case sensitive. Look at these directions right here. If it's not wanting to take it, read the directions. You're not a robot. Save and continue. And then, after you do that, you should have, give it just a few seconds, an email that looks like this in your email inbox. And then you open it up and it looks similar to this, and there's a number right about here, and it expires in 30 minutes. So you need to go back, put that email address in, put that code in. I'm a robot. If it didn't come through, it's been longer than 30 minutes, request a new code. Let's activate account and continue. Get a page, scroll down. What semester is it? If you're taking a summer class, choose the summer session. If you're taking one during the next school year and you're not sure if it's the fall or the spring, don't worry about that. Just pick the fall for next school year. That will work. Pick 2-year degree. You're going to put no to all of these. Maybe not this, but probably still this, are all no's. If you don't have a Social Security number, say you don't have one. If you don't know if you have one, or you forgot it, or you don't know where to find it, but you think you have one or you might have one, press pause. You need to go find that Social Security number, because if you say you don't have one and you actually do, it's going to make this process much harder for you. So if you have one, put it in. If you can't remember it, pause. you're not sure, pause. If you don't have one, you're for sure, you've asked guardians, you've double checked, then go ahead and say, I don't have one. Put in your date of birth, fill in all this information. You're most likely in Dallas County. Estimate how many years and months you've lived at whatever location. Double check your social security number and double check your birthday. Like this year is just wrong. It's one thing that our students, that trips some of them up is these two things right here, getting one of these pieces wrong. I don't want it to slow you down. Don't need to do a permanent mailing address. Put in your place of birth, some identifying information. Don't sweat it. Are you a U.S. citizen? If no, click no. Fill out the other information. If it's yes, you get to skip on to the military veteran status. And if you said no, you're going to end up here eventually too. And you're going to pick one of these four options right here. Put in emergency contact, save and continue. If you get a screen like this, that you have an error, then hit the back button on your browser. Instead of save and continue, hit save and exit. And then you'll have a page that has a link like this. Click on that link and use that username and password to get back in. This is a very common experience. And this is true throughout the process to do that. All right, you get on the page, scroll down. I am or will be a high school graduate. Just estimate what year you're going to graduate. It doesn't matter. You're at Texas high school. Make it easier to find your high school. Select Mesquite before you try to pick the high school. It'll narrow it down. Say no to career pathway, no to IB diploma. Say I have no previous college experience. Then you get to skip a whole bunch of information right there. Even if you have taken the test up here, say you haven't taken those tests because we need to verify those scores. After you complete this process, Upton will contact you with TSI information because you do need a score that's high enough on one of these tests to allow you to take dual credit classes. And we'll help you with that process. Get to the next page after you save. Scroll down. Say no to the last 12 months, which allows you to skip several parts here. Are you a resident of Texas? Yes. Did you live in Texas the last 30? Most likely both of these are yes. And part D. Part E. Most likely you're saying no on number 1, yes on number 2, and parent or guardian on 3. That's not always going to be the case, but those are the most common answers. And then hit save and continue. Next page, scroll down. If you answered like me on the last page, all this other stuff will be grayed out. If not, if you needed to answer different, that can be okay. You might need to get some extra help in M103. Talk through that. But if you answered like me, which most people will, lots of this will be grayed out. You can hit skip to part F. Then you can hit skip to part G. And then save and continue. Get to the next page. Scroll down. You don't need to fill in this stuff. Keep scrolling. Check the box that you agree. Save and continue. A key here on this next page is review and make corrections if they're needed. So if there's corrections that you're noticing up above, click Make Corrections. Go make those. And then save and continue, or save and continue if there's no corrections to make. You're almost there. Hit Submit your application. Once again, if you get this error page, hit the back button, hit Save and Continue. Log in again through this link. You'll likely get a screen like this. You can hit Submit. And you get a screen that looks something like this, application for admission results. There's likely a blue number. That's the number that you're going to need to continue filling out that Google form that was at the start of this video, and that you will continue to need through your process of being a Eastfield Dallas College student. It's possible that you get an error screen. Maybe it says, unfortunately. Try to look for an application number on that page, save that number, and share the problem in that number with Upton. So whether it works well and you got your student ID number, or it didn't work well and you save your application number and communicate that with Upton. At the bottom of the acceptance letter, you're going to click on Set Up My eConnect account with your student ID. It's the number you just got. Use the same email address you did for the application. If you get an error, go back and re-enter something you mistyped. You're going to create a password. The password must be 12 characters and not have your name in it. Keep it a safe place. Enter a password hint. Keep your password in a safe place. Don't select the challenge question option. You should then get a confirmation page. Then you can go back and complete this Google form letting us know what dual credit classes you're interested in. Remember, this form is linked at the bottom in the description of this video. There is still more to do. Hit submit. Use Zello in your portal to add the courses you're wanting to take. Upton still needs to approve those courses, but go ahead and put those in. Keep asking questions. Check on your status in M105, the glass room with the college banners. Find out the next steps. Ask them or your counselor for help if you get stuck. And enjoy being set up for college credit. I hope that I get to teach several of y'all and you get to meet our wonderful dual credit instructors. Thank you for your time and going through all this. Bye.